Get more out of life. Go out to a movie.
Arrive hungry.
Happy Thanksgiving, Grandma.
Leave stuff.
Let's eat.
From director Eli Roth. Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays. I know I've been dead for a while, for movie reviews at least. I love holidays. You know, I have a fucking fetish for them. I'm a sick freak, especially when it comes to holidays and intense, disgusting violence, at least in movie sense. We had a good year for horror in 2024. We had Long Legs, which was interesting. I personally didn't enjoy it too much, but I thought it was definitely a pretty looking movie. We had Terrifier 3, was an interesting, success, because, that movie is a fucking total, just depraved nightmare of a film. And, we had just a lot of inspiring movies this year just for horror. It was a good year, and I felt that, like, horror is on a good trajectory so far right now. Just, Blumhouse this year's output for movies was really fucking bad. Like, I couldn't even, Night Swim, I think, was probably this year, total fucking trash. Like, I'm glad they're in the shitter, just Jesus. But, with the holiday coming up, Thanksgiving is around the corner. I said I'd do it. I'm going to go into Eli Roth's 2023 Thanksgiving. It was probably my favorite, I don't know, it's just one of my favorite movies to come out of last year. It was really funny, it was gory, it was kind of clever, it was interesting. It was just a fucking good time. And Eli Roth, he's been on the worst track record of it's just this year he came out with Borderlands, which is a total fucking train wreck of a film. No one liked it. It was a total bomb. A video game property that just makes no sense to give to Eli Roth. This man whose movies are just total violent gore porn films, and just give him this juvenile trash video game series to him. And he miscasts everybody. Get rid of Claptrap, add Jack Black as the voice actor instead. It's just total normie bullshit. And Eli Roth left Borderlands production to go make this fucking movie that he actually wanted to make and believed in. I feel like Borderlands probably traumatized this motherfucker. He left that production to make horror movies again. He hadn't made a horror movie like this since Green Inferno, which I like, even though it's totally terrible. Eli Roth's filmography is interesting. It's he's not the best filmmaker, but he's definitely a unique voice, for cinema, brought up by Quentin Tarantino and his, Inglourious Basterds cameos and stuff. It's just Tarantino producing Hostel. I think Hostel 1 and 2 are probably his his best. They're his most well realized visions. Those feel like his movies. Those are pretty unique for horror films. Cabin Fever is also pretty unique. It's I don't like it too much because it's I feel like it's a little bit uneventful for the premise. I do like Cabin Fever 2, which I feel goes all the way with the premise, which is directed by Ty West, I think. And that movie's pretty fun. But Eli Roth's filmography is just a mess. And his best thing I've always advocated for was the Thanksgiving Grindhouse trailer, which is just, I've gone into it. It's nostalgic. It's just classic nostalgic 70s trash cinema love letter. And to hear he was finally making Thanksgiving into a real movie, it was a fucking something to celebrate about. When the trailer came out, we saw that it was going to be a modern film with there's no homaging to '70s films and like all the filtering stuff that Grindhouse did. It was just going to be its own thing, its own modern identity, and I thought it was fucking amazing. It's just, I think it's the perfect thing that this year's like modern Zoomers like horror film. Like it's like the perfect like horror film for Zoomers. Like I feel like Scream 5 and 6 were trying to like capture this feeling, and like this movie's totally like a Scream like love letter. It's basically just the Scream like whodunit slasher idea, but it's done fun and it's done interesting. It's like it's not bogged down by anything other than just having a good time. And also it being surrounded by a Thanksgiving like just holiday like aura, it's very fun, and it's like it cements itself as like, you know, like something to it cements itself as something like to be proud of in Eli Roth's career, because like Knock Knock I recently had seen, which is just so bad, and Borderlands, which was a total, I feel like he wanted to make this movie just so he could redeem himself for the trash Borderlands movie that would eventually come out this year. He just wanted to redeem himself. And I think he fucking did. Like, just Thanksgiving is so fun. It's like exactly everything Scream 5 and 6 wanted to be is Thanksgiving. They incorporate modern Zoomer characters with modern social media dialogue, and they make it work. They make these characters relatable, and like they're easy to hate characters. Like they're stupid, they're like dumb, they're Zoomers. They're very stupid, but they're also very like relatable and like down to earth, and like they're written in a way where they're easy to hate, but they are also, you know, good characters. Like they're simple enough, you know. It's a slasher movie. You don't need to like have such intense like you know, interpersonal drama and stuff. But there's enough shit going on where it's interesting, and it's a good time. I'm just so happy for Eli. He made Thanksgiving good. It wasn't. I was nervous because, you know, his fucking track record, Eli Roth's track record, is just so bad. You never know what to expect from him. But this time he really fucking just brought it out. I think the most admirable aspect of Thanksgiving is just the kills. It's like the kills and just the humor. It's like the perfect blend of Eli Roth's like his strengths. His strengths is disgusting gore and completely like juvenile sense of humor, where characters are like screaming like fucking just being so angry at them. Like it's just like there's the oppressive nature of every character is really funny. Every side character in here is like just like a fucking like it has like a fucking New York accent, and like has, I think the movie takes place in Massachusetts or whatever, you know, where the Pilgrims landed, and so it's just they all have an accent, and it's just really funny. It's just, I think it's where Eli Roth grew up. You know, that's just it just feels like a cozy holiday movie as well as being a fucking fucked up Eli Roth comedy gore porn film. And I think that's a good balance to have. As well as having, you know, relatable and like down to earth characters, the horror in this movie is well executed. I mean, like I said, the gore and the kills are done well, but also just there's a lot of moments in this movie where it's tension. There's tension being built. The scene that sticks with me, I think, is just the scene with the before the main lady, the wife of the family, gets like cooked in an oven and turned into the turkey. There's this really epic sequence of just like a suspense, like fucking sneaking around the corner, hiding from the killer scene, and it feels so well executed, and it's very tension filled. It goes a lot of places. The movie has a bunch of sequences of tension that are just well executed, and it's like the movie's not a joke. I mean, the movie's funny, but the movie's not being like played for like. You can laugh at some of the kills because they're so over the top, but like the majority of the movie is, you know, taken pretty straight, and you do get invested, even if it's like a schlock fucking slasher film. Eli Roth really manages just to make this feel like a real movie, which I like. This feels like something you could show people, and that's what this movie is toned down from the trailer, the original trailer. There's no knife kill with the trampoline scene. There is a trampoline scene, but there's no like knife in the vagina, because that happens in the original Grindhouse trailer, and that's just I feel like he's trying to reach a broad audience with this, which it's like he's trying to get the Scream 5 audience without dumbing himself down, because I feel like those movies are total like, they're stupid, they're broad, they're very obvious, and this is very just like a very straightforward and blunt like love letter to those kind of movies, where those movies are like so in your face about, ooh, it's a sequel and this is a reboot, and like this is like just a smart, well done fucking movie. So yeah, those Scream remakes are so bad compared to this. Like this feels like a proper like Scream revival, which is awesome. Like I like Scream a lot, and the kill in this movie is awesome too. John Carver has a mask, and has a very iconic look. I mean, it's coming from the original trailer anyway, right? So I feel like they add enough little details to this character design with the mask, and like they eventually give him like a different alternate look with like the burnt mask when he leaves it on the oven for the lady getting cooked up with the turkey. Well, it's just, I think this movie's fucking fun for a Thanksgiving movie. I think it goes every place you need to. For a Thanksgiving movie, there's the turkey, there's the dinner scene of Thanksgiving, there's the Thanksgiving parade, there's, Thanksgiving festivities just everywhere, It feels well realized. And, I mean, Eli Roth probably was fuming to make this movie. He probably wanted to make it for so long, but him finally get the opportunity to, really just make this like a weird, like, very modern Zoomer film. Like he's very in touch with like the Zoomer crowd. I feel like he really gets the dialogue and like just how people are talking, like how they would, like like how fucking like 20-somethings, or I think they're supposed to be in high school, but how like, just modern kids would talk. He makes it feel like real. And so, like, when the kids are dying and shit, it feels like there's a lot of tension, because it doesn't feel like a bullshit movie. It feels like anyone could die, and they feel like, they feel like people. They don't feel like just characters you want to see dead. Most of the characters are just, they're not totally annoying. Even the jock character is likable. And when he eventually at the dinner scene gets his head smashed in, it's kind of like, oh shit. It's kind of like, oh man. That's a great scene. The whole dinner scene is so good. It's so fucking, just like, it's the dinner scene from the trailer, but it's done in an actual, like, kind of dramatic, well played out scene. And there's a uncut version on YouTube where you can see like the jock's head get smashed in even more, and it's just blood mess everywhere. Eli Roth being gross with vomit when the guy vomits when he's trying to feed the main dude his wife. It's just so fucked up. It feels like a proper Eli Roth movie by that point. It's just like, that's at the end, but like every kill in this movie is just so gooey and practical and gross. I love the parade scene is a fucking hilarious time. Just the guy getting his fucking head, the car crash thing, and his head's bleeding, and the kids are screaming. It's so funny. This movie is so overtly just like blatantly a comedy. They have Tim Dillon as a cameo.
Everybody, just fucking calm down.
He's like a security guard who like fumbles the Black Friday deals and stuff when the whole riot happens, and it's just so funny. Like Tim Dillon being in it and being so just stupid and like funny. It's just this movie just trying to make you laugh and have a good time, which is, and it has scary scenes as well. It's just, I think this movie finds such a good balance between funny and scary, which is something that Eli Roth is good at. That's what Hostel is. Hostel has a very, like, funny aura about it. And it's also fucking horrifying. Like, those movies are scary as shit, but they're also really funny. But it's like, Eli Roth, stick to fucking horror, please. Stick to this. Don't talk to Sony. They may have produced this, but don't make Borderlands. Please, the fuck. Don't make another one. Don't make another House with Clock. Stay away from Jack Black, Eli Roth, please. He's a death sentence for you. Yeah. Great movie. Great, fun little slasher movie that's not very deep. It's a silly, good time with, like, fun, decent, well realized Zoomer characters. I love all the like the Jock is hilarious. There's Addison Rae being all hot and stuff. It's like it's a good fucking time, and it ends with a Misfits song. It's like fuck, you won me over, Eli. And then then Borderlands came out, and then we all questioned that. But that movie's been in development hell for like years. So yeah, Thanksgiving fucking rocked. It was a good time. That's all I gotta say. Fuck it. This movie was good. I had a good time. I just wanted to, make a little review because this movie was a good time and it's almost Thanksgiving. Oh shit! So, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Here's some more reviews and shit, right? Happy holidays. Hope you have a good time.